Then Monica showed me hers, and it was great, but I couldn't really understand it. It was about a hole in her wall, I think. I didn't really get it, but it was still really good. After 20 minutes of walking, my hand seems to slowly stop stinging. I'll have to disinfect it when I get home. So he's been absent-mindedly talking about school life. It's nice seeing how happy she is with it. I'm happy for her. She was pretty miserable at our old school. Seems like you've made some good friends here, Sayori. I know! They're so amazing and funny and talented! I got so lucky finding the literature club. They've been so nice to me there. Well, I'm glad. Do you like them? Like them? The club! Natsuki, Monica, Yuri, what do you think of them? I haven't really given it much thought. They seem nice, I suppose. Uh-huh. And what about Yuri? Don't try to match. Actually, do I want her to try and matchmake? Oh boy. What about her? You looked very worried about her earlier. She wasn't feeling well. I just did what anyone would have done. She has an annoyingly smug look on her face. Yeah-huh? How about you? You and Monica must have had a lot of alone time while we were all gone. What are you talking about? I'm just saying that if you haven't exactly left the closet yet, then I won't judge you. Stop changing the subject! Maybe. Let's see. Maybe Sayori is interested in Monica here. I have heard there's one mod I still have downloaded that I want to play. But I've also heard there's like there isn't the focus on it, but it appears that there's like some psionica stuff going on in there. There is a fly and it won't leave me alone. You always said you did her a great favor. Now who's changing the subject? Max, please just tell me. Look, nothing happened, really. You was just having some trouble with other students. She dealt with them, I essentially just watched. Sayori stops, looking at me with a very serious expression. Max, we both know you're not just the kind of person who to just watch. What happened between you and Yuri? If Yuri wanted you to know, she would have told you. I walk away from Sayori, seriously hoping she just drops the subject. A sudden tug at my wrist says otherwise. She's my friend, Max. I have a right to know. If you plan to bring another girl into your life only to hurt her, I have a right to know. That was an accident. I never meant for that to happen. Well, guess what, Max? It happened. You hurt her, then essentially abandoned her. I wonder if it was Yuri back then. And maybe they both maybe it was like something very traumatizing and they kind of like coped by trying to push the memories to the background. She was better off without me in her life. Do you seriously believe that, Max? She really loves you. I know how happy the two of you made each other. And I so much it hurt for you to leave her.
Or it could be someone else. Like Hiro, the imaginary friend.
I don't want you to go through that again. You or Yuri.
Well, you don't have to worry, Sayori. Your friend is safe.
I hope so.
Sayori suddenly stops, her face looking incredibly worried.
I forgot to buy dinner for the girls! I gotta go. Bye, Max!
Goodbye, then. I turn back, slowly making my way home, so his words weighing heavily on my mind. My hand started stinging again. I quickly closed the door behind me, rushing to the kitchen. Placing my bag down, I began searching the cupboards for a first aid kit. Come on, there's gotta be one. Ah, there. Practically tearing the box open, I grab out a small bottle of disinfectant. Not as strong as I'd like, but better than nothing. I carefully pour the liquid into the small cuts in my hand. For a split second, nothing happens. Until suddenly a powerful stinging sensation flares across my palm. Fuck, that stings. Giving disinfecting the moment to sink in, I placed the bottle back in the box before heading up to my bedroom. I'm growing slightly worried. Natsuki and I had agreed to meet at my house after she got her things. I assume she just went home to change, but still, she should be here by now. Or she probably... At this rate, it'll nearly be nightfall by the time we arrive. Hopefully the others aren't waiting for us. I wonder if Max is there right now. Not that he'd be waiting for me anyway. I was barely able to talk with him once before I ruined everything. That's it. No more of this. If I want to get closer to Max, I guess I'll have to do something about it. I will be strong in front of him. And before the night ends, I'll talk to him. Become friends with him. I timidly raise my fist up to the sky, as triumphantly as I can manage. I'll prove myself to him. I will. Yuri! It wasn't Natsuki's voice, but whatever. I don't want to do it again. I quickly place my arm back at my side as I fought as fast as I can. Natsuki is tiredly running down the street. So in uniform. Breathing heavily, Natsuki comes to a halt in front of me, almost doubling over as she does. Natsuki? Are you alright? I thought you went home to change. Still panting heavily, Natsuki tries to speak. Knife! I've got enough in my bag. Suddenly Natsuki's hand extends towards me, holding a large novel. I had to buy this. Go buy this. Take it! As Natsuki pushes the book towards me, I timidly catch it in my hands, investigating its cover. This is... You bought me a new Hobbit book? Natsuki stands up straight, still panting slightly. Well, I saw that your hull was damaged, and I know how much it means to you, so... Oh, Natsuki, you really shouldn't have. Natsuki gives me a soft smile. That's not all. Open it. Not understanding what she means, I very carefully open the book to its first page. As soon as I do, I'm fighting to hold back tears. Written in Natsuki's handwriting, word for word. The last message from my father, exactly where it used to be. Natsuki. I can't remember everything that was there, but I think I got the gist of it. But that's still not all. I continue to stare at the page when I suddenly notice another message. And Natsuki's signature handwriting. I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me. I know nothing can ever replace the gift your dad gave you, but hopefully this is a start. Your dad was actually right, you know? You did grow up to be an amazing woman. I think I'd be proud to see how wonderful you've become. I know I am. Nat. Yeah, I know. It's a bit cheesy, but I thought I'd begin hugging your Natsuki as tight as tears freely flow down my face. I can barely form two words as my mouth quivers and throat catches. Thank you. So I ask her arms around me in return, and around me too. You're welcome, dummy. After a minute or two, I slowly regain my composure. You alright now? I savor the moment before nodding, carefully pulling away. Yes. Just thank you so much, Nat. You have no idea what this means to me. You're welcome, alright? Let's go. We're gonna be late. I feel bad not thanking Natsuki more, though it is probably getting annoying. Natsuki suddenly walks off in the direction of Sayori's house. Quickly putting my new book in my bag, I try to catch up. Wait, don't you want to get changed first? Nah, the walk's gonna get me all sweaty anyway. I'll change at Sayori's. Did she say what we were gonna do tonight? Well, she mentioned a movie and potentially dinner. I imagine we'll make it up as the night goes on. And it's just the club, right? I nod my head. Yes, just the four of us, and possibly Max. Oh, right, him. I wish you wouldn't think so badly of him. He's actually a very kind person sometimes. When I was... earlier, when I was in a bad state, he helped me out a lot. He was just very gentle and he knew exactly how to help. Natsuki's giving me a look I know all too well. Well, I just... Natsuki just smiles, not saying a word. You're not going to tease me? Natsuki's smile grows more mischievous by the second. So what, Yuri?
As Natsuki speaks in a very sarcastic tone, I can't help but feel like I'm falling into some sort of trap. Usually when I talk like this, you tease me about how much he's my boyfriend or something similar. Natsuki slowly crosses her arms, looking like an evil mastermind in the last stage of her plan.
So you want him as your boyfriend, huh?
Ugh! Natsuki! Natsuki's giggling suddenly bursts out loudly.
Oh god, Yuri, never change. Jeez, I don't even have to try these days.
I stand there dumbfounded, trying to stay as dignified as I can while Natsuki continues to laugh. Oh, grow up, Nat. It's not working, my mouth keeps twitching into a smile. How does Max do it?
Oh, come on, Yuri, just smile. Being grumpy doesn't suit you.
Like a floodgate crashing open, the smile widens rapidly on my face. Oh, fine, you win.
As usual.
Yes, in any case, please give Max a chance. I think he really does care deep down. Natsuki seems to take a second before muttering something under her breath.
I knew it.
Natsuki?
Max, he's a classic cooter.
What's that? Makes sense because, like I've said, the mod was, I think, the first. It was created. I mean, it's not the side story universe anyway. That's for sure. Because they met all very differently. But I feel like it was overall created completely. I think it was I'm almost certain it was created before the Plus version even came out, so it makes sense. And your episode has no idea. Otherwise, I'd be like, but you're used to read manga. Natsuki stares at me with a perplexed look.
Kudere, one of the main dere types.
I'm unfamiliar.
Well, maybe if we actually read some manga for once. Okay. A kudere is someone who seems very cold and unemotional on the outside. Sounds like someone we know.
I suppose you could describe Max that way. What are you implying, Natsuki?
Kuderes are almost always acting. Almost always acting. They're usually just as normal as the rest of us. They laugh at memes, they have huge crushes, they just act like they don't. So tonight, I'm gonna make Max drop his act. Show us what he's hiding.
Natsuki, are you sure? I mean, that's just a manga stereotype. I'm not really sure it applies here. Even if it did, should we really be doing this? If Max hiding something, it's probably for a good reason.
Look, you're making it sound a lot worse than it is.
You're trying to expose and reveal the parts of themselves that they've tried desperately to keep hidden from the world for years.
Yeah, okay, that does sound pretty bad. But look, I'm just trying to get him to open up more. And don't tell me you're not slightly curious about who he really is. Or who he has a crush on.
Max has a crush?
Kuderes always do. Super easy to tell who it is, too.
Yeah, he's not that much of a kudere. I mean, he's developing a crush on Yuri, of course, but like... He's had this persona before he even like really had like much of interaction with Yuri, so... Wait, really?
Oh yeah, they always try to ignore their crush, give him the cold shoulder.
That seems very counterintuitive. Natsuki shrugged lightly, clearly enjoyed the conversation.
Everyone has their way of flirting, I guess.
An image pops into my head that makes me softly giggle to myself.
What's so funny?
Oh, I just imagined you getting all flirty with someone. It seems so unlike you.
Maybe I would if people weren't so dense.
I'm sure you'll find someone eventually, Nat.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, who do you think Max crushes? I'm betting Sayori. Or maybe Monica. I don't know a guy who doesn't like her.
I almost don't want to know, given how disappointing the answer is bound to be. But if he is the one, I suppose his crush would be on... Well, in that case, it'd have to be me. Though the more I think about it, the less likely it seems. But it has to be right. He's the one.
Actually, I've heard a few girls talking about Max. Could be one of them. Who do you think, Yuri?
I'm still unsure of your could every theory as a whole.
Well, I guess we'll find out Guess we'll find out then, won't we?
I suppose we will.
Then she teleports the main character to a room so that they can stare at each other for all eternity.
Really? That's an interesting place to take your story.
Monica reference. Although, not fully Monica, because Monica didn't just want to stare, she wanted to talk her heart out to someone who, at least she is aware, is able of hearing or, like, reading what she says.
The conversation comes to a halt as we near one of the few lived-in looking houses on the street. Is this Sayori's? I haven't been here in a while.
Nah, Sayori's the one next. It's the next one over. I think it might be Max's house though. Sayori said they were neighbors or something.
Max's house. Nosk goes over to the house next door, but I stay put. Despite myself, I can't help but stand there, watching. Max's house. I wonder what he's doing at this moment, if he's even in there. It's so weird. He could be right there, just behind that door. Would he mind if I say,
Sayori! We're here!
Natsuki's knocking breaks my trance, shocking me to run over to her. What is wrong with me? That's the second time today. It feels like I'm losing control. Like another Yuri was standing there. Another Yuri, obsessing over Max while I just watched. A passenger in my own head. I've been reading way too much. I'm just infatuated, Yuri. These things happen. Nothing to be worried about. I quietly step into Sayori's house, the two girls already talking excitedly.
Amy was telling me about it yesterday. She really liked it. What did I like? The spiders? I don't know if I trust her judgment. I usually like spiders.
Sayori and Natsuki is giggling at their inside jokes. At their inside joke.
Oh, mind if I go for a shower? I need to get changed too. Yeah, sure. Just be careful with the water. It gets hot real quick. Alright, thanks, Sayori. No problemo.
I peer around the house, trying to see if anyone else is there. Where is Monica?
Monica? Oh, she went to go grab dinner for us. She'll be back soon. Hello, by the way.
Sorry. Since we'd already seen each other today, I wasn't sure if saying hello again was required. Sayori stands there looking utterly confused. Sorry. Suddenly her face lights up and her trademark smile.
You're funny, Yuri. So how was your day?
Sayori takes a seat on the couch, clearing a space for me beside her. I slowly sit down, thinking of what to talk about. Well, school was mostly okay. I began reading a new book. Then some bad things happened. I was being harassed. They ruined the book.
Yuri, I'm so sorry.
I place one hand on top of the other, trying to stop them from shaking. It's not all bad, though. Max scared the bullies off and we talked. He was very kind. I can see why you're such good friends with him. Sayori stares at me with a solemn look. It's unsettling. I don't think I've ever seen her like this.
Yuri, I'm glad you're making friends, but I should probably tell you something.
Okay. What is it?
Max is, how do I put this? He's very special and just be patient with him, okay?
Oh, don't worry, Sayori. He's actually opening up a little. I think soon enough he might. Sayori suddenly grabs onto my shoulder, squeezing gently.
Be very careful as well, Yuri. There's a lot about Max you don't know. If you plan to get close to him, make sure it's what you really want. That unsettling feeling I had before is suddenly amplified. Sure thing, Sayori. Small smile lights up her face.
Good, that's all.
Sayori suddenly jumps up from the couch, looking out the window.
I think I see Monica out there. I forgot to get the show ready!
Sayori suddenly walks over to the TV, looking through a pile of DVDs.
You know, I thought you and Max would get along. You two look really cute together. Sorry, I couldn't get him to come tonight.
Oh, so he isn't coming. That's okay. I'm sure I'll see him again. Monica suddenly burst through the door carrying a few pizza boxes. Can someone give me a hand with this? Of course, sorry. I relieved Monica of a few boxes, placing them on the console table. Phew. I should have spent the extra bucks on delivery after all. These drivers really pull all their weight. Monica stands there smiling. I always enjoy talking with her, but can't think of anything to reply with, so I just stay silent. Did you guys wait long? No, we just got here.
Ah! Thanks for grabbing the food, Monica! Food, Monica! I didn't even hear you come in.
Sayori has narrowed down her options and triumphantly holds up a DVD in each hand.
We're gonna watch an animated movie tonight.
Natsuki should be happy.
I was thinking the same thing.
I glance at the cover art, glazing over the more long-winded magical girl title. The other one is Ghoul Gala. It's a bit hard to read the intricate bloody font. The cover features a masked man standing in front of a gaping monster. I wonder if the monster is a thematic symbol for the masked man. That would be interesting.
I smell pizza! Monica! How many boxes did you get? They're huge!
Are they? I didn't know if Max was going to be joining us. I guess I went a little overboard.
More for us. Where did you get the plates, Sayori? I didn't have time to do the dishes. Let's use paper plates.
We did plan this kinda last minute. Natsuki is starry-eyed as she opens the boxes, one by one, like she just discovered buried treasure.
So many toppings. Which one's yours, Yuri? Plain cheese?
I don't think any of them were mine, to be honest. Nobody really had a preference, so I get a variety. Help yourself, Natsuki. Natsuki barely held in the delighted squeal. Almost envy her excitement. The pizza is so greasy and it's piled with way too much cheese. My stomach hurts just looking at it. Oh my god, I relate to you so much, Yuri. I don't like pizza either. Nothing against people who like pizza. I have also friends who like pizza. It seems that there are very few people like pizza. That's why I was so excited too. Like, I have a few friends who don't, but I'm so glad I can relate to you here, Yuri. It's always nice to be able to
to sit with a fellow pizza hater.
I don't exactly hate it, but I don't mind if I don't mind. I don't know if I mind greasy things. There are a lot of... It's just that I also just don't like fast food either. I don't go like to fast food restaurants ever. The last time I did was when I was like 7. I went with a friend to McDonald's and then I threw up. And the time I went to McDonald's with her before, I also threw up. So my idea of what fast food is like is basically just, yeah, not good. But hey, there are other alternatives that I feel like are also, like, of course healthier, but just I feel like, to me personally, I just feel like it most likely also tastes better. And pizza, I feel like the problem I have with it is that I like some very interesting, like, combinations of food, but then I really hate others. And I feel like pizza with, like, the very sticky cheese and all of that, I feel like that's not meat, but like the pizza. What is it called? Pizza bread? I don't even know what it's called in German either. Either way, I feel like the combination is like absolutely not my thing. Like even a plain pizza with like just cheese is like it's which is weird because like I said, I like weird combinations. Just the simplest of combinations then suddenly make me go like no. And I don't feel like it's related to just wanting to be different either, because I've grown out of that age by now. It's just no, I smell it and I don't like it. There was like a part of me that always when I've seen so many people be like, people who hate this just hate it because it's popular, and oftentimes I do see that people sometimes just say things because they're popular. What is burned to my brain to the point where I'm like questioning my own feelings, like I have this and that reason for hating something, then I'm like, but what if I only don't like it because it's popular? For example, specific music, but honestly it really just isn't my music. There are some songs that are more mainstream, like that I've heard on the radio that I looked up later because I like them, but then there are others where it's just like, no, it's just not my style of music. But every time there's like something that many people like and I'm like, I don't like it, it's like, do I not like it because I want to be different? But I'm almost like, it makes me question myself because it's so burned into my head that like, the only reason why you wouldn't like something is because you want to be different, but it's just, there are things that are popular that I like, and then there are things that I don't like. It's literally just my taste has changed. I know I used to be really insecure about it because I was like, I don't like this musician, I like this one. I'm just trying to be different. It was like a real pain in the ass because I was like so insecure about it. I was insecure. Like there were people that were trying to be different. I was in the meantime like, I'm just trying to be different. How can I? Like in middle school. How could I? There's nothing wrong with popular things. There isn't. But it's just not your thing. It's okay if you don't like Shawn Mendes or Ariana Grande. It's okay if you don't like Taylor Swift. They make music for other people. Those people enjoy the music. You're just like, I don't think there's any particular musician I really like. It's just the song either hits or it doesn't. And for there, it's just like, it's nice to maybe have in the background better than nothing, but like, there's nothing I can particularly dream up to that like, when I listen to music, I like to like imagine like something to it, either from my own stories or from like the games or series or books I enjoy. And like, sometimes it just doesn't work with some songs. Anyway, it was about pizza. No, I'm not a fan of pizza. Or burgers. Fries is dependent. I don't like deep fries. I have never... I mean, I don't know. I haven't been in like a fast food restaurant in so long. I don't know, but I feel like they always taste it different. Versus the fries that you can make at home. Because I don't mind those fries, just too much of them is not really good. But like, I don't think I mind fries is just the ones from the fast food restaurants, I believe, that just leave a weird feeling to it. It's like with water. There's like this subtle difference. I mean, at least I notice it. Like, dependent from which part of the country, and like sometimes travel around to with like friends that live further away. And then like from my cup, like I drink from the faucet. The water here is pretty clean. Like, there is no problem with that. But it always tastes slightly different. And especially in other countries, like when I went on like vacation. Oh my god, it tastes so different. And water from the bottle and from the faucet also tastes different. This is... Water has so many different flavors. Pineapples for me! The internet would hate you, Sayori. There are quite a few that have it, by the way. That, like, I don't like pizza in general, but I don't hate anyone who like likes pizza. And I also don't understand What's now the problem with pineapple on pizza? I don't know. Does it change the consistency? Or something? Like, since I don't eat it, since I don't like it overall, I can't see the point of just not liking... I can see maybe specific things, like if you're allergic to something, or if there's specific types of meat you don't eat, or you don't eat any meat at all or something. Or it's just... I guess it's just not to your flavor? But I've heard also people talk about how it changes. I think there was something that it's... that the textures don't match or something? I don't know.
What? What's wrong with pineapple?
I really pick up a couple of slices on my own and faced when most of the toppings plopped off. The girls seem to be bantering among themselves about the most universally loved toppings. Grabbing our plates of food, we all head over to the couch, so we're peeling away to hunch down next to the TV player.
Okay, so our options for tonight are... Dun dun dun! Do you think it's weird that my magical girlfriend fights crime after school? Huh, that's a mouthful.
That was amazing, Sayori. That's what Spider Me recommended, huh? The art style is actually pretty cute.
And in this corner, School Grumbly?
I think it's School Gambler. I wonder what it would be like with, like, Japanese spelling.
So it is!
Have you seen it before, Yuri? No, I just thought it looked interesting, so I was looking at the cover.
Well, we know what Yuri's voting for.
I'll go with the other one. I hate to admit it, but Amy might have a good suggestion for once. Amy doesn't exist. If you want to make her like a friend of Sayori, but like... if it was just like a guy that like, there's like an actual Sayori in there, but making it like actually against with the weird... I mean, with the inside I could maybe still see it. But it feels like they're once again implying that Natsuki is like actually... there is this type of idea with Amy there.
Ooh, 1 for 1! Monica, you're the tiebreaker!
Huh? You haven't voted either, Sayori?
I can watch them whatever, so I don't mind. Besides, you're the club president!
Not deny that. What kind of logic is that? Monica protests weakly, but she can't help caving to Sayori's deferral. Fine, let's watch that first one.
Okay.
A pop jingle blares from the speakers as the show begins. The squeaky heroine is already hard to relate to. Still, this is what my friends wanted to watch, so I should pay attention. I take a reluctant nibble of my pizza and try to keep an open mind. This is terrible. I've watched quite a few Magical Girl anime, mostly with my friend because he likes them. Like, especially he has like DVDs from like old anime, Magic Girl anime that he watched like as a child. So of course I watched them. I felt like most of them were actually pretty good, like not completely to my taste in specific aspects, but I can see the appeal. And the squeaky voice as well. I have a squeaky voice, so whatever. The love triangle plot is half-baked and none of the characters are likable. There are some anime like that. I've not seen it with Magical Girl anime yet because I try to avoid playing or watching or whatever anything that I don't think I would enjoy. I don't just watch something thinking I'll hate it. But yeah, like hate watching. I don't really do that. I only watch things I'm really interested in. If I really want to hear like something about something bad, I can just look up on YouTube like some review of some, I don't know, show without having to actually watch it. It can be fun because it kind of helps me like look at my own books and be like, okay, so this is what I have different, this is what I have different. Although sometimes I watched something recently, it was like, I feel like sometimes the reviews also are just like very personal, like it is with me and like the story points when I give reviews of mods. Or just
So sometimes you can't like... What I wanted to say is sometimes I can't really like look at writing wise if I'm doing something wrong, because I sometimes just like... They're watching for content that I'm not trying to provide. I'm trying to provide content for a different audience, so due to that, I can't really compare the writing there, because it's like that person won't like it because they wouldn't read something that I wrote, because already the premise would not be something to their liking. Even the murder mystery halfway through couldn't save this shell of a plot. I glanced between the girls, feeling a bit crestfallen. Even they don't seem that invested. Cool girl lays on the floor, its box partially open. The girl might have been a representation of the man's inner demons. A deeper look at a person's psychology could have... Psst! Natsuki has been scarfing down food like she's been starved at sea for years. I just read she's been starved and froze for a moment. There isn't a single crumb on her plate. You gonna finish that? Natsuki, are you sure? I did already take a bite. You hardly touched it, Yuri. It doesn't bother me if it doesn't bother you. Truth be told, it was a relief to slide my plate over to her. The pure amount of grease and oil was starting to make me feel sick. The show's kind of a bust, isn't it? To put it nicely, yeah. I knew Spider Amy had bad taste, but I didn't think it'd be this bad. Should we put in that other one? It's getting pretty late. I don't want to get nightmares if it's scary. Yuri's been keeping an eye on it this whole time, though. No, really, I've been paying attention to magical girlfriends. And I have been. I can recite the whole droll plot. It's okay, Yuri. It wasn't even good. Let's watch School Grumbly together next time, okay? It's not called that, Sayori. A School Grumbly would be more like Max or something. I can feel heat flushing towards my head. Just hearing his name makes my chest clench. She has a crush. I start tidying up the empty plates, hoping they don't notice my face burning. That's so mean, Natsuki! But I'm not wrong, am I? I don't know. He can be kind of grumbly at home, too. Too much adrenaline must be running through me. Before I can stop myself, I jump to Max's defense. I'm sure Max is much nicer at home. He'd be much more comfortable there anyway. He's right next door, isn't he? We could go see for ourselves. Go to his house? My heart is hammering it by this point. I hurriedly shoved the paper plates into the trash. It's getting late, isn't it? We wouldn't want to be a bother. We could bring him the leftover pizza, like a peace offering. Natsuki blushes as Monica stands over the demolished pizza boxes. We both will ourselves to turn invisible. Maybe I didn't go overboard after all. With that melodic laugh, all the tension dissolves. Monica has an infectious cheer as always. I even find myself smiling meekly. He'd like her more, wouldn't he? How can I stand a chance compared to someone like her? It's not fair. She could have anyone. Loads of boys would kill to be with her. Before my darker thoughts can continue, Sayori's voice breaks through my state. So it's decided, right? We're going to Max's house? I guess, if we have nothing better to do. Okay, I'll text him. Maybe he has more food. Switch. What is he going through? I lift my pen, grimacing. What started as an underline ended in a pool of ink, bleeding through the next page. Maybe I should switch to ballpoint. I close my notebook for now, allowing my concentration to stray. Studying was never my strong suit anyway. Half-open boxes await me in the corner of my room. I don't own much in the way of decorations, so all things considered, I traveled light. There's not much left to unpack, apart from a few boxes downstairs. All that's left are some old books. I almost wonder if they're worth setting up. I haven't been able to enjoy reading for a long time, and that was before I had all this coursework and club activities.
Who knows? It may not be that bad. Pick up the loose sheets of paper, evaluating all my choices again. Which club would most allow me to multitask? Which club members are most likely to leave me alone? None that I can see. Dropping the paper to the ground, I head towards the box of old books. My closet is fairly large, and since I don't have a lot of choice clothes, I decide to store my books in there too. I have the first box of books into the closet. It's heavier than I expected. I don't remember packing much. But I guess some of my favorite books are fairly heavy. Hardbacks especially have some heft to them. If they had enough pages, even paperbacks could be formidably heavy. Like the one Yuri lost to the fountain. The Hobbit, I think. I wonder how much it would cost to fix water damage like that. Is it even possible to fix a book that's completely soaked through? I start looking it up on my phone when I receive a notification. Sayori? Got any spare food? Can't say I'm surprised. Sayori never was the best cook. I should give her some credit. Maybe she's had some practice in that time we've been apart. In any case, I'll either have to feed her or save my kitchen from a fire. Or both. I should at least check the batteries and the smoke detector before she gets here. I quickly reply to her text. I can make some extra dinner if you really need it. I shove the phone into my pocket, heading to the kitchen. I'll get started while she's already knocking very cutely. That was quick. I head to the door, expecting Sayori to jump out at me. Hi, Max! But the sight that greets me at the door is more overwhelming than I anticipated. Shit, that's right. The Ledge Club was having a slumber party next door. Great, this is exactly what I was hoping to avoid. But I can't really turn them away now. I hide any surprise on my face, standing aside for them. Come on in. Okay, I think that's... I think that's good evening? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's one of the greetings. I mean, she also greeted us. I must say. I'll ask. I almost said a name. I'll ask friend who knows Japanese later. Friend with a lot of manga and anime. Did I say it right? I think you mean Tarayama, Monica. But I'm pretty sure it was some type of greeting. When Sayori fell into the apartment, shattering away. Natsuki narrows her eyes at me. She pauses in the lobby to observe her new surroundings. Huh, you're kinda self-sufficient after all. She tosses her head, joining the other girls. But Yuri doesn't budge from the porch. I rub the side of my neck. I'm wondering how to break the ice when I notice a familiar object between her hands. New book? Natsuki. She trails off, peering over my shoulder for her friend. Natsuki got me a new copy, yes? Did she really? Yuri nods, holding her book a bit tighter. Her face lights up with a small, shy smile. That's nice of her. Might want to get this one waterproof, though. I hope we shouldn't have to. Yuri, Max already invited us in. Come join us. Yuri's eyes dart between me and Monica. She ducks her head, shuffling past me with a mumbled, pardon me. Your place is huge, Max! Even bigger than mine. You probably have bigger furniture. You might be right. Sears quick to make herself at home, curiously pulling out a chess set from one of the unpacked boxes. It doesn't take long for the others to follow her lead, although Natsuki peels off from the group to rummage in my kitchen. Ooh, can I play? Just so you know, I'm not that good. The guy over there used to kick my butt all the time. That's okay. I've only played a couple times myself. Maybe the winner should challenge him for first place. Yuri shyly speaks up. I can referee. The three pull the box open, quickly setting up each piece. So, the girls unanimously glance up at me. At the mercy of the inquisitive gaze, I feel a sudden lump in my throat. Other than Sayori, I hardly know anything about them all. Here they are, in my living room. It's almost claustrophobic. I force my anxiety away, keeping my voice level. I better get dinner started.
Okay.
As I make my escape, I turn my hand over, examine the red half moon marks on my palm. As long as I'm careful, no one will notice. The marks could fade by the time I'm at school tomorrow. Natsuki is busy rummaging through my barely filled pantry. What kind of groceries do you get usually? The kind for a single person. Natsuki pulls out a box of cupcake mix from the pantry, sneering at it, and then at me. You hardly have anything here. You must feel bad raiding the place. I haven't had the chance to go shopping yet. I only have a few ingredients I brought with me and some basic stuff that came with the house. After making dinner for us all, I doubt I'll have a lot left. Honestly, Max, we already had pizza, so it's not like we're starving to death. The girls could still eat though. Especially Yuri. She didn't eat as much. I raise an eyebrow but stay quiet, hoping to end the conversation. Quiet clatter can be heard from the living room as chess pieces are placed on the board. The girls seem to be entertaining themselves, but I guess I could try a little harder to be a good host. And I was getting hungry. It wouldn't be much more effort to cook for a few extra people. Leaning over the kitchen island, I call out to them. Any of you have a problem with pasta? Ooh, are you going to cook for us, Max?
Pasta sounds really good to me.
For me too. Pasta sounds really nice. Well, guess that settles it. Say really just about anything, but yours a bit harder to place. I don't really know about Monica. I mean, she's vegetarian, so if the pasta doesn't include any meat, then you'll be fine. We should keep checking in with them as we go. We? What are you looking at me like that for? I already ate, and I know my way around the kitchen, so... You need all the help you can get, and my help is all you're getting. Plus, I bet they'd like some dessert. Let's see here. Natsuki opens the cupcake mix, getting out some milk from the fridge. All things that the house has supplied with. How did she know where they were? I shrug. She might have seen them supplied at Sayori's house. Either way, I guess Natsuki is staying to help me out. The fridge is bare, but I have some fresh vegetables at least. I place them on a nearby cutting board and get to work. Where's your mixing bowl? The rightmost cabinet, bottom left. Whoa, that was a quick answer. I just unpacked. Huh. We cook in silence for a while. Ignoring Natsuki's watchful glare, I add a pinch of salt to the water to season the noodles as they boil. Where'd you learn how to cook? Natsuki points at me with her whisking spoon, lumpily putting drips from it back into the bowl. You were cutting vegetables like you worked at a restaurant or something. No, nothing like that. I returned my attention to the pot. Stirring was easy, but with more pasta, it's going to take a while. I had my mom teach me how to make a few basic meals. I couldn't always rely on my parents for food, so I had to learn to cook for myself. Tell me about it. My old man's a terrible cook. If I want to eat anything good, then I have to make it myself. But yeah, my mom taught me too. She was the one who... She trails off, staring to the mixing bowl. Sound lapses haven't been unusual with Natsuki, but there's something heavy about this one. Maybe that's why I like Natsuki with like Yuri. Why it also might mean a lot to her. Because maybe in her case it's also with her mother, not the father. I consider pressing her to continue, but it could be a sore subject. My own child is hardly peachy after all, so I know how it could be. It's not like she even knows me. She has no reason to be vulnerable with me right now. You need help with that mixer short stack? Her reaction is instant. You know what, Max? You look like you need help with the pasta. Take over for me.
Hey Monica! Is anybody allergic to bell peppers? We're all good. Cool. I'm gonna add some in. Natsuki shoves the mixing bowl into my chest. The lumpy half-mixed pudding looks like a yellow swamp. I scowl at it. It's starting to mix from my elbow. You wuss, why are you going so slow? Just beat the crap out of it. I guess I won't get anywhere with restraint. Start mixing from my shoulder, picking up the pace. I actually start building up a steady rhythm, and I don't stop. Cupcake mix goes flying everywhere, splashing against the counters and the fridge. A dollop of it even smacks Natsuki in the face. I place the bowl down expecting some sort of lecture from her, but instead... Easy, Terminator! We're gonna need some of that! Natsuki picks up the bowl, beating the mix at a measured pace. There, like this. See? Sounds like Sayuri just lost the first game of chess. I guess they're having fun too. Thanks for having us, Max. Natsuki suddenly goes wide-eyed as we just realized how nice she was. The best thing is... the best is boiling over, you idiot! Can't be nice! Can't show vulnerability. With Natsuki's help, we're able to serve dinner and dessert without a hitch. Anybody want shredded cheese on top? None for me, please. Yuri snatches her bowl before anything else could be added to it. But, thank you for asking. Hey Max, you should play against me next! Why don't you play with Yuri? I don't think I'm smart enough to beat Yuri. Huh? Sayuri, why would you say that? Didn't you say you were part of the chess club once? I did. I guess I did. It was quite a few years ago, though. You remembered, Sayuri? Of course I remembered! It was a threat to my win record. But I won the last round. I know! I can restart my win record by challenging Max! Can we just settle down and eat first? Okay. But I challenged you, Max. No backing down. I shrug my shoulders, trying to hide my competitive nature. If you wish. I lost again. She had thrown strategy out the window and gone all in. As usual, she never seemed to plan more than 1 or 2 moves ahead. Hey Sayori, if it eases your worries, I also don't do that. Well, not always. Sometimes I do. But not always. I don't understand it. Sometimes it's like my perfectionistic mind taking over. It's like, everything needs to be planned through, and then sometimes I'm like, hey, I put this piece here. But mid-game, she surprised me by crafting a meticulous pawn structure, beaming triumphantly. I felt guilty just thinking about breaking her defense line. It was tempting to just let her win, but something's wrong. For some reason my hand won't move. For some reason I don't want to lose. As my focus trails off of the game, I notice the feeling of 2 amethyst eyes watching me. Oh, I don't want to lose in front of her. Susan caught me hesitating over my next move. When she asked if I was trying to lose on purpose, I had no choice but to play my best hand. Good food, good game. It's about time to take a nap. She seems to be taking this loss in stride. It's not time to be taking it now, it's a time to go to bed and sleep. Nearby, Yuri starts stacking used plates and silverware. Before I can say anything to stop her, I believe my prize was going to be challenging Max for first place. Sorry Monica, I got excited. It's okay, as long as we're all having fun. Well, Max? Yuri's gone. I hear the sound of the faucet running. Damn, I couldn't stop her. I look eyes with Monica and she holds my gaze with surprising intensity. You're on. Yes, she looked very, very intense there. We set up the board for the next match. I can't believe I offered to referee the chess game. Everyone already knew how to play. They didn't need me breathing over their shoulders.
Feeling ridiculous, I soon found myself looking for an escape. Start cleaning dishes practically on instinct. After being treated to a generous meal, it feels like the least I can do. Plus, it was giving me space to breathe. I would say Yuri bemoaning her next loss, and can't help chuckling quietly to myself.
Ugh, this is so boring. I don't get chess at all.
Natsuki followed me into the kitchen, dumping a dessert bowl into the sink. That's right. Everyone knew how to play except for her. Oh, that's so... Oh. Maybe you enjoyed more if you learned the rules, Nat?
Why would I? Whoever teaches me is just gonna beat me every time. They already know how to play and I don't. I'm set up to lose right out of the gate.
Natsuki always has been a bit of a sore loser, but she has a point. I did lose a lot when I first started out.
See?
When I finally got my first win, though, it was such a rush. The way the pieces lined up just right, organized to deliver that finishing blow. And the look on the other person's face. I can't even believe it at first. Me? Winning anything? It felt like a miracle. Anything. But I wouldn't have felt any of that if I never even tried. So I think sometimes trying is all we can do, isn't it?
So, why aren't you out there playing with everyone else right now?
That's, I turn off the tap, drying my hands. I'm busy spending time with my chess-hating friend.
Well, excuse me for being the chess-hating friend. You do mean me, right?
I run my fingertips, hand under the tap again, flicking cold water droplets at Natsuki. From the living room, I overhear another exchange. Do you always try to guess the ending when you're reading a book, Max? Why do you ask? It really reflects in your playstyle. You overthink. Looks like Max is playing against Monica. This should be interesting.
You wanna go back and watch, don't you? Come on, Yuri, I can see it in your eyes.
Leaving no room for argument, Natsuki takes me by my arm and drags me right back to her friends.
Yuri's back!
Oh good, we're all here! It almost feels like being in the literature club. Is it nice being surrounded by cute girls, Max? Monica moves a pawn fully into enemy territory, earning a second queen.
There's more to life than cute girls.
Using his rook, Max knocks Monica's new queen off the board. Rude! With a wooden clack, Monica's bishop overtakes the rook.
They've been playing like this the whole time. Who do you think is winning, Yuri?
Well, I examine the board, trying to tune out their banter. Monica's in the best position. Most of her pieces have been taken and Max is hunting down her king. But she cheerfully continues to elude him. Everything is better with friends, isn't it?
What, you need more members to qualify as a club or something? Why do you want me to join so badly? I don't even write poetry.
I'm sure you'll pick it up. You're such a fast learner. You even caught into my best moves.
Well, Monica, maybe you're just transparent.
I'm inclined to disagree. Out of left field, Monica kicks the remaining knight against Max's queen. Out of left field, Monica clicks her remaining knight against Max's queen in a single graceful motion. I'm just concerned, Max. You look like you need a place to wind down. I'm confident the atmosphere will be fast. It will be to your liking. You'll have time to read and relax. Check. Silence falls over as Monica scans the board from every possible angle. Max stares at Monica with a predator-like gaze, watching her for any sign of defeat. You know what, Max? Monica moves the king away. Your strategy was a bit stale. His trademark curved smile falters as we both realize it's a stalemate.
You cheeky little... Well played.
Sayuri, would you like to play next? You seem totally mesmerized by our game. I'm sure Max would mind playing one more time. Well, it was a really good game. You're both so skilled. I was impressed. I don't think I'd stand a chance against either one of you. Yuri, did you just give me that big talk about the importance of trying? Natsuki! This is different, okay? You shouldn't call her out like that, Natsuki. We don't want to twist her arm or anything. Max, thanks for playing with us. I really do think you'd make a wonderful addition to our club. She's right, you know. Won't you at least think about joining us, Max? Yeah, even if you write like total garbage, it's not like we judge you or anything. Very convincing, short stack. Hey, I'm being serious here. I can't help casting a curious glance at him. Monica really has been persistent, but he doesn't seem annoyed. If anything, he seems to be weighing his options. I also really like it if you joined us, Max. His shoulders suddenly relax as he hears my voice. And to my surprise, he even smiles a little. Every single one of you had something to say, huh? Alright, but I won't make any promises. I can't guarantee I'll stay for very long or that I'll come to every club session. Yay! Then it's settled. This would be a great time for us to exchange phone numbers. You know, in case of emergency or calling me or cancel meetings. Everyone's gonna see your old flip phone, Max! That's fine. I only use it to catch up with my family now and then. We form a small circle, holding up our phones and sharing our numbers with each other. It was only a small moment, but still. Surrounded by my friends, I felt whole. And a little jitty. We all start setting our phones aside and discuss what to do next. Natsuki's still staring at her screen, scowling at some missed calls. Before I can ask if everything's okay, she shoves her phone in her pocket with a scoff. Alright, let's head back to Sayori's house. I'm sure we've overstayed our welcome. I wince at Natsuki's words. The warm feeling conclusion gives way to a shameful, aching guilt. Even if he didn't mind, Natsuki had a point. We barged in, ate his food, forced him to play games with us. Worst of all, I want to stay even longer. I haven't gotten the chance to hang out with him, while I've hardly gotten a conversation in. It feels like he spent the time with everybody but me. I think I ate too fast, my tummy hurts. Besides, it's not every day that Max has guests. I kinda want to stay a little longer. I brightened immediately. Sayori, don't you think we've imposed enough? We're all members of the literature club now, right? So it's okay. We're all friends here. That's not... I think Sayori should take some medicine. Do you want to lay down for a couple of hours? I grab Sayori's arm, dutifully playing the part of a concerned friend. She shows me a sheepish grin. Stomachaches really are no joke. If you move around too much, it could feel even worse. But her house is literally next door. We all look to Max for his input, but had been quiet for some time. He looks blankly between us. Was he sounding out? Max tilts his head as he thinks it over, and he shrugs. I have some antacids and in the bathroom. Stay as long as you like. Looks like he was paying attention after all. Still, I can't help wondering at his delayed reaction. He probably didn't believe he'd have any allowance to give him, but... maybe he was uncomfortable being in a group setting. I suppress a giggle behind my hand. If that's the case, then maybe he and I are more alike than I expected. That could also be it. We decide to watch another movie at Sayori's request, although Max doesn't have many to choose from. We managed to narrow it down to an action flick about a man seeking revenge. Max is leaning down by the DVD player, setting it up with his back turned to me. No one else is nearby. This could be my chance. Okay, I can do this. He's right here. I'm making you talk to him, so I just need to talk to him. Did you just... Hey, Max? Yes? The immediacy of the response startles me. This movie, it has really good reviews, doesn't it? I've heard a lot about it. I've heard that too. I haven't actually watched it yet. Me neither. We share muted, awkward laughter. But we have we share muted, awkward laughter. But we have some more in common. It wasn't much, but it was a start. So, Yuri, what are you standing around for? It's starting. Come sit down. Natsuki impatiently pats the cushion beside her. The seating arrangement is awkward, with two bulky couches placed across from one another. In that cursed moment of distraction, Max had gone to sit on the opposite sofa, and modding Sayori quick to pile in next to him. Sayori, still feeling poorly, reclined in a lounging position. They left no room for me. I suck in a quiet breath, tempering my disappointment. Shh, it's starting. I am not enjoying this. Throughout the movie, I've been treated to a bothersome view of Sayori's knee resting against Max's outer thigh. Not only that, the way Monika's hair brushes against his shoulder when she turns, the way Sayori beckons him in to show him pictures on her phone. I can't focus. Are they doing this to me on purpose? Scrunch up the bottom of my sweater, scowling a hole through the TV screen. My lack of focus leads me to miss the context of the character's motivations, which is annoying. For example, why would the main character just throw his shotgun aside in favor of the pair of pliers? Oh. Ah! Oh my god! The girl shrieked as the movie got much darker than we anticipated. Max didn't react much until the girl started squirming against him. The urge must be exasperated by this point. Maybe they just don't like it. Like, I know people who just absolutely cannot stand, like, any movie with a lot of violence, or just violence in general. The credits whirl, the hem of my sweater thoroughly wrinkled between my hands. Max, what kind of movie was that? He looks over to her, his face just as impassive as before we saw the gruesome torture scene. I didn't think you'd be the squeamish type. Of course we are! I don't even want to walk home. You literally live next door. And there could be an axe murderer in the bushes! Girls, don't you agree? Monika stops short. I follow her gaze. Natsuki is totally passed out beside me. A light, snoring wheeze escapes her parted lips. I gently tap below her chin. She closes her mouth, mumbling, and rolls over. She doesn't wake up. I guess that sort of the room isn't that squeamish. This is a funny dilemma though, isn't it? Natsuki's the one who wanted to leave, and then she goes and falls asleep first. Should we wake her up? There is some sleeping bags and mattresses in the spare room. There's enough room here if you guys want to stay. Let's just stay, okay? I mean, how are you feeling, Sayori? I feel better now. If Max doesn't mind us staying, I think this would be better for everyone. To prevent us from getting killed on our way next doors. I wonder if we would all stay in the guest room. Or if one of us will get to sleep in his room. The thought makes my face burn. I want us to be alone with him. Compared to the other girls, we haven't spent nearly enough time together. But it would be too forward to suggest we share a room. Max helps us arrange a few mattresses in the guest room and soon after bids us goodnight. From her heart sink as I watch him leave. So he yawns, stretching both her arms as far as they'll go. Sleepy, sleepy. You look wide awake though. Yeah! You look wide awake though, Monika. You caught me. I'm a night owl. I'll not have after I play on my phone for a bit. That's bad for your eyesight, Monika.
Apparently, it's not bad for your eyesight, but it's like strains your eyes because you have to focus more on what's happening because it's like dark, so your eyes have to have greater difficulty analyzing whatever's happening on the screen, and due to that, it makes your eyes tired. It's not bad for your eyesight, apparently, it's just, it makes your eyes tired. Which can give you headaches, so that's pretty annoying. I know. Yuri, did you have fun today? I hesitate. The girls are quick to pick up on it, frowning sympathetically. Let's do more of what you want to do next time, okay? Yeah, we'll watch School Grumbly! Monica giggles. Seriously though, as president, I have to take care of my club members. Don't be afraid to tell me what's on your mind, okay? Okay, I'm sorry. You don't have to apologize. Sorry, I mean, I can't quite meet her eyes. Rather than feeling reassured, I just feel guilty. Monica has a lot going on as club president, and I need to add more to her plate. Or could it be she's lording her presidency over me? I shake my head. I'm being sensitive. Monica is great. Everyone likes her. I like her. I force a convincing smile into my face, nodding. Yeah, let's do this again sometime.